Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about Dacron. First, let's talk a little bit about bonded Dacron. Bonded Dacron is a really cool material. So usually if you get it at 1 inch, what I like about it is that you can split it. If you're careful about splitting it, you could split it even and you could get better use out of your Dacron. Sometimes it comes in 1 inch too, which is probably better for most people, but even the 1 inch you can split it and use it for other purposes. We use it, speaking of purposes, it's used as the last batting that you put on, never the first batting, because it doesn't have enough oomph. One of my other videos will show you cotton and how cotton is used. But the Dacron is used as especially on lighter colored fabrics, or let's say you have a fabric that is a cotton cloth, a very light drapery fabric, and it's white, and you don't want to see the seeds that cotton will leave behind. So you did a half a layer of this over whatever you foam or muslin that you use if you're using horsehair. But so see, I have no objection to changing out materials depending. You really have to use some common sense when you're upholstering. You know, do you put cotton underneath a cotton cloth fabric with the white background that's going to show through the seeds on the cotton? No. Even if you've used all natural materials up until that last point, it wouldn't make any sense to use the cotton there, therefore. So now, if you were using if you had a horsehair and you need to put cotton over the horsehair, but then you need to put this over the cotton if you have a light colored fabric. Does that make sense? If you have a heavy upholstery fabric, you don't need to worry about the Dacron in a case like that. So it's used for under fabric. It's used, sometimes I use it for outsides because the half, without splitting it, what I do is I cut you put your outsides, you blind tack your outsides on, and you can use your Dacron. Your Dacron acts like, in the old days we used to use what we call stretches, which was just scrap fabric we had around, and then cotton. Cotton can be very messy. A lot of times on the cotton you have to spray glue on it to hold it up. The Dacron though, you can cut out the stretcher part of it, and this is actually strong enough, I think, to staple across the top and staple. You can get some tension on it, so it actually acts as a support, and it also is filling out the outsides. A lot of times too, with the scraps, I'm taking it and I'm picking it like this, and I'm using it for cushions, the stuffed cushion corners. I never use this to stuff a throw pillow. It doesn't work. It's too bonded. Even if you're picking it, it's still going to be lumpy. So you don't use it for that. There's certain things you don't want to use it. But there's another Dacron I want to show you, which is a cheesecloth. It has cheesecloth, and it's a very loose. It's a loose, non-bonded Dacron. I mean, and you can see it's very fluffy. So what we use this for, a lot of times I'll cover cushions. Sometimes I use the bonded Dacron. I go back and forth with this. Bonded Dacron is good for mid-century cushions because they're flat. You usually want to look flat. On a cushion you want a little bit more plump. This is kind of nice because you can see it has some good thickness to it. You wrap the whole cushion, you can hand stitch it, and you end up with a meatier cushion than, let's say, a mid-century cushion would be. So many uses for Dacron. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. We'll see you next time.